So this section is called Putting Things in Perspective. And the first part of this section is going to challenge you to think about how hard do you really work? You know, one of the interesting things about being a mortgage originator is if the market is hot, rates are low, you really don't have to work that hard to make a decent amount of money. In the right market environment, some loan officers are nothing more than order takers. In some markets, there is more business than you can keep up with. The other interesting thing about loan originations is that a lot of mortgage people seem to spend as much, if not more, than they are currently making. One of my first bosses always encouraged his loan officers to go out and buy or lease fancy, expensive cars, believing if they had big bills to pay, they would be motivated to always do a high volume of business. Unfortunately, when the market adjusts or corrects itself and business starts to decrease, which is occurring right now, a lot of originators get stuck financially and don't always know how to keep business flowing. As salespeople, I find it helpful to compare how hard we work in our industry with how hard other salespeople work in other industries. It can actually be quite surprising. When I owned my mortgage company, I had a long-standing relationship with a credit report company, probably 10 plus years dating back to when I worked for other companies. I was very loyal to that company. One year at an industry conference, I met a longtime friend's old girlfriend, and she was now dating a guy who owned a credit reporting company. His name was Vic. Well, Vic immediately inquired if I would be open to working with his company. My response was that I had a long-time relationship with my existing company and had no reason to work with anyone else. Vic's response surprised me and impressed me. He said he understood, but he would like to ask my permission if he could call me every 6 months or so to see if things have changed. Sure, I responded, thinking I would never hear from him or he would call once or twice and that would be the end of it. Well, Vic called me for about 3 years. And after the 6th call or so, his timing was excellent. As my current credit reporting company had been sold, the service was horrible, and I was ready to make a move. Shortly after, my mortgage company became one of Vic's largest accounts, and we've been friends ever since. As Vic and I became more comfortable sharing information with each other, I asked him one day, how do you get so focused on keeping in touch for 3 years? He replied that he was very much influenced by an article he had read one time called The Nut Man. He did not remember who the original author was. However, his story and message was really, really powerful. And I'd like to share this with you as a point of reference and as an insight into how hard other salespeople work in other industries. Hopefully this will inspire you to take a good look at how hard do you work at your job. If nothing else, you should understand that if you are competing against any nutmen in your market, you are potentially in trouble. So please feel free to download the copy of the Nutman article, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.